Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is National Sports Lawyer here, and welcome to a brand new video where I talk about my top 10 favourite NRL players of 2020. Now before we get into this video, I just want to say I'm sorry if there is not enough information for me to put these players in, because I don't want to keep this video for too long, and also not putting in the wrong information that makes these players make me like them, and also researching will take a while, and plus I want to record my voice as soon as possible before one of my family members gets home and gets annoyed that I'm talking too loud or not. So let's get into it. Coming in at number 10 is Zach Lomax, and this player, my option, is an underrated player. It did absolutely well for the Dragons, even though he didn't lead them to the finals. There were some moments that he can prove he will be important play for them in 2021. There was this moment when he exposes the Roosters' defense at Bankwest when the Dragons were versing Roosters in round 7, when he had a much more high conversion than Kyle Flanagan, and he absolutely just tries and set up some good pieces for the Dragons attack, and did the same thing against the Eels to get them to win McGregor's last ever game before he had to go because of some coaching reasons. And with him and Rabiala at the Dragons, they were so dangerous in attack that Parramatta got exposed so many times on the right side of the defence, and benefited themselves to win the game and put a amount of pressure on the Eels at Bankwest as well. As what they did against the Roosters, I think after his performance in the season, he should have got to pick in the New South Wales side and put in centre, which he would have been dangerous alongside with Crichton and the others as well, as putting in good set pieces instead of clearly doing it for them. As we all know, we wanted him out after choking in the grand final and also losing in game 3 at Suncorp. Sorry Panthers fans, but that's the truth. Coming in at number 9 is the one and only, the Hammer, aka Hamiso Turbai Fido. So this player has been fantastic for the Cowboys, and has scored some brilliant tries for them against other big teams like the Panthers, Storm and the Rabbitohs, and the way that he tries to skim in defence and put the foot down is like how Joshua Carr will do in 2020 as well, such as him trying to risk himself scoring in tight positions, especially against Storm, and putting him on the wing in the Queensland side would have been not a bad option. I just think he is one of the best young gun wingers out there in the NRL, and has good depth. Sometimes he goes overboard when trying to attempt to score more possible tries and get unlucky. When the Cowboys are trying to set a good play down the wing, could he be good for Queensland 2021? We'll have to wait and see. And yeah, he has made some clunky moments where he's tried to score a try. One of them is against the Storm. I think some of it against the Panthers as well, and yeah, there were many others that I could remember, but I don't know which one though. So yeah, let's move on. Coming in number 8 is William Kikau. So when I say this guy's name, I mean it as in kicking ass. Against teams like the Roosters, Storm, Dragons, Knights and the Raiders, he makes so many good line breaks and also meters as well. And his tries were very good and just amazing. Sure, he wasn't great in the grand final, but I just think that without Kikau in the season, they should have not scored and get that breakthrough momentum to get on the scoreboard and be able to put this pressure off and get them on the board and keep the attack electrifying, and just gets the fans really excited, especially me, when he can be a big threat to other big teams. Coming in at number 7, it is the young Kiwi, Dylan Brown. Now, I know halfway through the middle of the season, he was a hog against the Knights. He also wasn't that great against the Raiders as well. But when he was playing against Knights, there was this set day at the kick, not knowing when to kick on the last set. And also there were other times when he gets under pressure, but also he proves after making some stupid mistakes like he did against the Sharks, and when he threw like a dummy against one of the Sharks on a rainy day. It was on a Sunday. Then he just scored from there, and that basically made us like I think there was like two tries. I think he scored one of his tries to win us the game there. But yeah, and also as a 5'8", I think he is much better than Mitchell Moses, even though he's stuffed up. for a couple of times. His setup pieces were pretty decent, and his attacking edges were right. Maybe I'm being a bit too biased here, since I'm a Power fan, and also I think he has potential to lead for the team one day if he keeps on playing like this, and possibly be one of the Panama's key players of 2021. Because like in 2019, he had injuries when we were playing that good, but I just wanted like Dylan Brown to come back, because I thought he was the missing key player for the 5'8" for us, because our kicking game was alright, and obviously we had to replace with Moses with Dylan Brown, because I thought Dylan Brown was actually going to be a good 5'8" to be able to get the kicking game good. He did alright when Moses was gone. Obviously Moses won the game for us on the goal point when he kicked it from there. I mean, Gustin's got his pretty good conversion in his hands, but let's get back to Brown here. So there were some moments that looked a bit wonky for him in 2019 when he got bashed up by a Manly player, and also many other things that I'll be here for a while. But overall, a lot of potential, and also, in my opinion, he's an underrated 5'8". Anyway, moving on to number 6. I think this guy is an absolute machine, and I don't care what people think of him, whether he's a grub or not. It is Nathan Brown. The way they run so fast to crush in players like this against Storm, Tigers, and the Queensland Maroons. He is one of the best locks of 2020, and yes, people can argue that Isaiah Yeo is better because of his performance, and you can possibly compare maybe Isaiah Yeo's performance against Nathan Brown's in, I don't know, Origin, but I don't really see that happening. But for a reason, you can't just tell me that Nathan Brown is a grub, where in other meanings he is my favorite grub, because everyone else has a favorite grub. Because, like, obviously in other clubs in the past, there's been so many grubs that have been good for the teams, and like I said, like I'm gonna say right this: every club needs somehow a grub to stir up some fights, and also get into some. Hang on for a sec. To get in some pretty good fights, and also bring back the beef will be a pretty good trend to go. But anyway, there are so many successful grubs in the past. I just want to mention right now, if you guys want to say, oh, but what are you saying? The grubs are pretty good. Oh, mate, they're cheats. They're not gonna win anything. What about Paul? Yeah. I'm gonna mention Paul Gallen, Michael Ennis. Those two were pretty successful. They won the grand final. And Nathan Brown has not even won the grand final, which he hasn't. And Cameron Smith and Billy Slater, who those two, in my opinion, are the two biggest grubs for me. They have won so many grand finals, even though they cheated. They have won so many grand finals, and also there's Joe Riga Hargraves, who's also won the premiership with the Roosters back to back, and also in the past, 2013. And yeah, who else is there? James Graham, and also Innes again. They have no, they haven't won grand final, have they? No, they haven't. But they have made it to the grand final. They've made in 2014, and yeah. So and also I forgot to mention Robbie Farah from the Tigers. He was a very good player for them, and I know a lot of you guys are going to say, but Robbie Farah's not a grub. Well, I pretty much got it off from Nathan Heinrich's footy show when he made this joke saying Robbie Farah's a grub, and I know some people say Robbie Farah is a grub, but I don't know Nathan Heinrich. I just found it funny to put on the list because of that joke that Nathan Heinrich just made about Robbie Farah. on the Mate John show. And yeah, moving on, the rest can be listed from there. But yeah, either way, these gloves throughout the years will go down to be one of the best in the NRL. And no matter what happens to them, if they get into the fight, hey, that's rugby league. Should be about. And I don't care if you say, well, it's dangerous for the players to send a message to the kids about fighting. But I think as a para fan, Nathan Brown can stir up some beef, especially with the ones of the Tigers playing round 11. And please, when you're saying that, you're saying that, oh well, it's not good for players and matches because this is dangerous. Mate, all the people Wentworth and Parramatta and Queensland, they're gonna have a fight again just for what they did a couple months ago last year. Well, I understand they have a fight because you need to control your anger and just not go overboard. I mean, we all seen our sport before, but serious and obviously boxing has been getting some good. Is pretty much the same with all the good hits in there, and there has been nothing changed. I mean, there has. I'm not a big boxing expert, but there has been nothing much with physical contact there, especially for the NFL. There's been so many good physical hits, but and also in Union there hasn't been. I don't know if there's that much change in the Union. I know that refs and that could be bad and can be soft, but let's be honest, the NRL rules for physical contact with all the high tackles, with all the high tackles, and with so many dangerous tackles, whether it's high and this and that, like it's not just soft and honestly, there's actually much more people being aggressive in the AFL than the freaking NRL. Like, come on, NRL. Is this not rugby? Is this rugby league, or is this just a softer version than the AFL? Because obviously it's looking like it, and it's looking worse. Like, come on, you serious right now, NRL? Come on, man. This is not how we should do. Anyway, that's this discussion for another time. I don't know which one, but I think. Hang on a sec. Where was I? Sorry. Nathan Brown was pretty aggressive against the Tigers. When he also charged to make a big hit, it saw some beef with other players such as Tommy Talau. In round 11, and I don't know which one. I think it may be him, but I'm pretty sure it is him, because there's no clips of him, but there is like a full match, but I don't want to be bothered to watch the whole thing and just freaking find it because I just want to get this video done with anyway. Back to this. But yeah, a bit of a rivalry between those players. And also Brown scored his first try against Storm in the final as well. It was off from a reflection from the goalpost. And a lot of people may say it's lucky, but you know what? He had his moment. Brown's a machine, and he also had a lot of moments in the VB hard worker tracker, or whatever they call it. He had been doing a lot of work for us at Parramatta, and I hope he just improves himself by just playing smarter. I have seen Peter Sturlo discussing about it, I believe, a couple of times, or was it last year? I'm not sure it was, but I think Peter Sturlo said that Nathan Brown needs to play smarter, and I think he does, because all he just does is just like charge in and just tack, and obviously, like strength, obviously, strength is not about everything. Obviously, you go over that combination of being smart, not just being this and that. But hey, that's Brown. That's how he wants to be. And yeah, he's my favorite grub. And I hope he learns from his errors in like important sets that he also did. Which kind of ruins the momentum that the team's trying to build up in. I know a couple of matches that he did, and yeah, and also this can also be him, like when fending off players. It can also possibly be him, as I told you before, game meters, possible scoring a try, and obviously getting like a gap and pushing his way over. Like I think how Daniel Vargas scored against the Bulldogs in 2016, I believe, or was it 2017? I'm not sure which one it was, but yeah, I think that Nathan Brown is like those big forwards that that is trying to push on. And yeah, don't size doesn't matter, guys. Please do not put Nathan Brown's name in the dirt. And yeah, let's move on, because I'm just rambling on here, and I'm just trying to get this the best possible way. Coming in at number 5, as I like to describe him as one of the most dangerous players out there, and also will be in 2021. He's the best fullback in 2020, in my opinion, and he also plays for my most hated team, and it's also been my most hated team forever. Not just 2020, but also a long time. You may know the most hated team, and you also may know the fullback at the Storm. It is Ryan Papa-Woodson, but actually his normal name, as you may have heard, is Papa-Hausen. Papa-Hausen. But I call him Papa-Woodson because of Paddy G. So thank you, Paddy G, for the name that you gave us. And yeah, but this guy's absolutely played amazing 2020, making a lot of running meters, has good pace, and also a very reliable player when coming through a gap. He's just unstoppable, and a player that questions myself, should he have been playing with Para? Because as you people may or may not know, he played with the under-20s Para side, and obviously he's got an offer from the Storm after playing with us in the under-20s of 2017, and he took the opportunity to make a successful career there, which I think he possibly would have been better for fullback for Austin Gufferson. Maybe or maybe not. It's questionable. But let me know, people, what you think of it. Ryan Papa-Hausen also won the Winston Churchill of 2020. If you may have not known, may have not watched the grand final, which I agree he did deserve it, because man, he's the most dangerous player at the moment, in my opinion. And just looking at his performance, still question myself, should we pick him to be in our squad to be better than Gufferson, or maybe not pick him to let him go? And if we would have picked Ryan Papa-Hausen, it would have maybe ruined his career. It would have made him a lot worse. It would have made a waste of potential. Just testing his quality high. She was just saying, oh yeah, he's a Para boy. Come over here. No, Melbourne, you can get staffed, and you're not going to improve better than us. Well, obviously Melbourne looks like they train at the best. He won the premiership. He won Winston Churchill award. So coming in at number 4, he is also known as the offload man in 2020. And his name is the big fella, Junior Paulo. And there is so much I love about this guy in 2020. And yes, my concerns right now has changed about him since he took the boxing match instead of training with us in the preseason. But what he did in 2020 was really important, and as a key feature for the attack to keep on going and find gaps and opportunity for players to score. He did find it really good to make a lot of set pieces to set up a try, especially with Moses against the Bulldogs. There were so many offloads that he did. I think there was a lot of them. I think against like other teams like Banquist that I can remember. But he's obviously been known for his offloads 2020. And also he has made a total offloads of 54, and he also tries to offload to make meters as well. I forgot to mention that. Sorry. He did okay in Origin, but still needs some improvement with ball handling as well. But overall, he's a player that can get you into gaps and support whenever you are aside with him, which is what I love about players, because it is smart footy and also fast paced as well as the game is, keeping the ball going and non-stop pace of the game. Coming in at number 3, this player you may have not heard before. He's a young star for the Paramount squad. He does play on the wing, and but if you have, congratulations, because his name is Hayes Dunster, another young Kiwi. I think he's a young Kiwi who's played nines footy and did pretty well for us in those games, and also made his debut against the Rabbitohs in the semi-finals, which it didn't go as what Para fans wanted him to go for. But hey, it was his first proper game, and Parramatta has a lot of pressure to be put on that game at the time when it was breaking news this morning that Michael Jennings was doing drugs, which I was absolutely just shell-shocked, and I was just shattered that just happened, along with two reliable wingers, Micah Seaver and Blake Ferguson. And all we had was a stinky old centre, Wacker Blake, which he was absolutely just a stinker against Melbourne. So that basically had to force Brett Arthur to put him on the wing. But at least 18-year-old made a huge hit on one of the Rabbitohs players. I'm not sure who it was, but it was kind of in the second half. I'm not sure which minute it was played. They made that hit. He could be honestly a potential to be one of the best players in 2021. I think he is underrated, and he could do a lot of favours for us, especially again in support for other players such as Wacker Blake in the centres. But the development of helping the team getting into the type of position, and also with other players coming in like Michael Oldfield, can maybe have breath to decide, which I think Dunster is better. I haven't seen Michael Oldfield do anything too special. I don't know. Michael Oldfield is an alright player, but he has proven me wrong in 2021. But yeah, getting to that level may take him time, and that's okay. I still love the youngster so much. He's so talented, and I hope to see him prove everyone wrong in 2021 after everyone in 2020 keeps on silencing him and doubting him. Number 2 is a player that every player at Parramatta has looked up to when saving our butts. He is the one and the only, the king, Clint. Hang on, is it? No, I think it's Clint. No, I think it's Clinton Gufferson. Now, I may be wrong, but yeah, just let me know. Now, if Parramatta didn't have him in the first place, we wouldn't be in this type of position as we were today. He has did us a lot of favours 2020 and has had a lot of point of talk to the team. Even though he is not the fastest player out there, he's one of the most paced players out there that can run through and send support to your wingers or centres anywhere you want. He will be there to cover up big kicks and take cover and sacrifice, just like he did in the past against Caleb Ponga. When he was about to score a try and get bamboozled by Ponga at Bankwest, but that was in 2019. But he still takes the chances to be able to get the team the momentum that the team needs to be able to score and progress through the match, like he did it for us against the Raiders when he won the match without. We didn't even need Moses, and Clint Gufferson even got some good conversion in his hands, actually, as I said before, with Hay Dunster, number 3. But yeah, he was actually not a bad kicker, but his pace is pretty good, and he did get some good runs against the Warriors. I can remember he wasn't bad against Panthers. But yeah, he's just that. I mean, sure he got dragged back a couple of times when getting the ball, but yeah, his communication has been off sometimes though. But overall, he can be very, very sure. I've seen his talks at half time, and he I gotta say he's one of my most favorite captain of 2020. And even though he's did this and that, I still think that as a captain he This is why he's been picked as a captain to lead us through so much communication. I mean, he's been at Paramount for a while right now, and it just made him his fortress. I mean, think when he was playing Manly, I saw his statistics, and he didn't even score much tries. He was just one of those youngsters, and it's just that it's like when he came here, it's like he's been an absolute Paramount legend. I may suppose, even though he hasn't been here for longer than Tim Manor now, I just think he's one of those Paramount legends up there for the fullback till today, and like he's just amazing, and this is why like he is called King Gutherson, and like this guy came a long way from a young player. I remember 2017 made a good pass, even though he's slowing down, but he's not one of the fast players, but he's a paceful player that he can also break through in. Oh my god, it's just I know I may be kissing his ass so much, but far out, man. He got fullback of the year, and like there's nothing much you can say about this bloke. He's just amazing, and I just love him so much, and I can't wait. If I ever go Paramount game, I can't wait to meet this guy one day. And yeah, like amazing player. I mean, I sure there's a lot of things. I know he stuffed for us in the finals, and that, but he's so courageous. He's that type of player that he's the only player that actually cares about when he matches. And that's why I really like him, because that's how captains should do. They should stick up for the team like he has been doing for us. He's been saving our butts, and like other players are just not taking advantage, or just supporting up with him. Sure, Junior Polo's there, but the rest, mate, wake up yourselves. I'm looking at you, Mitchell Moses. Come on, man. Like your form was so good 2019, and now you're an absolute stinker. I mean, I'm not going to just stand here and just forget what you did against South. Not scoring that penalty goal. For fuck's sakes, Moses. Really? Fucking hell, man. Like, come on, man. Like you and Moses, like you look at Moses as a friend, and it's fucking hell, man. Moses, get some inspiration from Clint Gutherson. Like, come on, man. Like, it's just. Fucking hell! No wonder why you came to Paramount, because when we defeated the Tigers in 2017, the last time he ever played for the Tigers, when he was versus against us. No wonder why he wanted to go Paramount, because he was just Paramount, please just teach me how you can be so good. Well, we did teach you, and now you wanna stink at us, just like how Norman did to you in 2017. That's good for you, Moses. You want to do that? Cool. I mean, you did. I mean, we're gonna give you. I mean, I'll give you props for you for scoring the first ever match at Bankwest, but fuck me, Moses. Come on, man. You're better than this. How the fuck can you be the first try scorer, and you have one job to do? At 2020, you missed a fucking penalty shot just in front of you. Hit off the fucking goalpost. Disgraceful, Moses. And sorry for that little rant there, guys. Anyway, moving on. Sorry if I swear there, but yeah, I had to get out there. Like, come on, Parramatta. Get some inspiration off from Gutherson. And also Barafa. I mean, Barafa's talks. I know he's been a beaner, but let's be honest. Who you think is laying Paramount down more? It's mostly players, except for Gutherson, Paulo, Dunster, other players, Money. He's underrated, but yeah, he's still got a lot of improvement to do. But anyway, moving on. And I promise to you, it will not be a Paramount player, so you won't hear me being so biased anymore. Anyway, let's move on. Now, before I move on into number one, make sure you like and subscribe this video, otherwise I will stop and never come back to YouTube again. No jokes. Just hit that like and subscribe button for more loaded content in the national sports community. Anyway, let's get into my most favourable player of 2020. Number one, you may know I have mentioned this guy many times by now. I'm very interested to talk more about him, and a lot of people have been starting to talk about this guy. A lot, especially with Mr. Luke Sports and other YouTubers. I know a lot of Broncos fans have been talking about him, and I've been talking with Broncos fans of how much I love this guy so much, man. And I think he's an underrated player, and he's starting and he started to get loved by Broncos fans. As I said, I gave it away. It is the one and only, the wildest of them all. Yes, I said the wildest of them all. Kotoni Staggs. This player is an absolute beast, and he's so amazing. Yes, his try of the year should have not been picked because there is another try that should have been picked. NRL, you stupid idiots. You fucking blind. Sorry for the blind people out there, but yeah, sorry. It's just the fucking NRL just so dumb. How they've been treating the fans, especially with the copyright thing that they did. I also made a video about that. I'll probably put. No, I probably won't put it up, but you I did like a video on my channel. It is called the NRL needs to stop this right now. I'll probably yeah. Anyway, I'll probably put a link in just this description. Sorry, my stuttering right over there. But anyway, moving on. Enough that stuttering mess there. But yeah, I just think that Kotoni Staggs should have not been picked there because there was one try from when the Warriors scored a try against us, and this try from Harris Tavita should have been the try of the year. Channel Harris Tavita should got try of the year. Also the commentary also said, surely the Warriors got the try of the year. You can't be serious. You gotta be serious. And unfortunately, it didn't get it. And we all know that the Daily M's was rubbish. But getting back to Kotoni Staggs, obviously he was picked Centre of the Year at Daily M's. At least something good. I mean, there were some other awards there, but I won't mention them because we're talking about Staggs right now. But yeah, and there is a reason he helped the Broncos get a lot of tries, and also a reliable player that has always been there for the Broncos. And to be honest, he has done some dirty stuff to the Panthers at some court, so the first try, and also stepping one of the players on the right side of the field in the second half. And boy, oh boy, it was freaking dirty. Sorry, Panthers fans, if I'm sticking the team so much, but yeah, yeah. Anyway, I hope you don't get offended in the comment section. But no, don't worry, Panthers fans, I love you so much. Shout out to old Panther and Isaac Ritchie, Ash Fazbear, and all the other Panthers YouTubers. You guys are legends, and yeah. Anyway, moving on. It's not only the Panthers, so don't worry about that. It's also the Sharks as well. I think he also did it against the Souths in round 2 as well. Yeah, he was absolutely amazing against other teams. He's just a dangerous player that a lot of defense can really get exposed from in the gap. And yeah, he's just the only player that can properly play attack on. And like, just if the Broncos is playing crap and there's no other player to score, just give it to Kotoni Staggs, and he will score over. And the way that his guys carrying over, the way that other Broncos fans are giving up, but this one player just doesn't give up. He's just absolutely inspirational. It just motivates. Just motivational that he never gives up on the Broncos, and it's just like if the Broncos let him go at any time, I just think that if Corey Oates goes, and also who else? No, if Corey Oates goes goes Storm and Kotoni Staggs leaves, it could be example for Sharks, Roosters, or Parramatta possibly, because our centres, to be honest, I mean there are some couple good centres, but Waka Blake, he has been good for us recently. I mean, he has been so good in he has been making a lot of good moments for us in 2020. But yeah, Yeah. There are a couple of teams I could be able to go to for his future, but I just think that the Broncos it's his fortress, and yeah, I think he should be stayed as a Bronco. Um, and yeah, next year, in my opinion, because when the team was in a bad way, he will always like score no matter how tough the opponent is. He also plays aggressive as well, putting confidence in for the players as well as say he's motivational and courageous, full of energy to make that combination when communicating to defend and also attack without making any cringy plays, just like we've seen in 2020. He has so much potential for the Broncos' future, and yeah, as I said before, I also think that Staggs should be playing in the New South Wales squad. I may sound a bit ridiculous. I may sound drunk or stupid, but yeah, it could. I mean, this guy can have a possible future in the New South Wales squad if he keeps on playing just like he was in 2020, and yeah. But we shall see what he will do in 2021. Obviously he's got an injury at the moment, so he could come back as captain once he's coming back. But I hope the best to Tony Staggs in 2021. I hope he goes well. He's my man crush at the moment. But yeah, I can't wait to see the young gun, just absolute the absolute young gun beast. Just running down the field, just absolutely just outdoing all the teams. It's just absolutely amazing. Anyways, that's my top 10 players of 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching. But anyway, this has been National Sports Loaded. Take care and peace.